You good?
I just had a bad dream, man.
You know we got the performance test. You seen my LeBrons?
I think they're in the car or something.
Alright, whatever. And make sure you find my field band too.
Alright.
Okay, beats.
So, we're back in the studio and we're glad to give you guys our final thoughts on the LeBron 11. But let me say, I was very impressed with the shoe. I mean, you can expect to get a lot of on-court rotation for me. I mean, a lot. Like, I'm going to be playing in this shoe a lot. I can't stress that enough. But what do you think about it?
Oh, yeah, definitely like you said, heavy on-court rotation. And I'm going to let the cat out the bag, man. I think the LeBron 11 is the best shoe on the market, period. Just in terms of performance, in terms of aesthetics, comfortability, just all around the best shoe on the market. But before we get into all of that, let's just break it down. So let's get into some of the signature technologies of the shoe. So all along the upper, you have this hyperposit material, which is basically a hyperfuse and foam posit combination. They strategically placed foam material where you need extra support, and they also place the synthetic fuse where you need more ventilation and flexibility. So let's apply this to the game of basketball. I'm in a defensive slide position. I'm headed in one direction at a rapid speed. I come to a stop and cut back in the opposite direction. And let's just say I was in a shoe that didn't quite give me a snug fit. As I tried to come to a stop and head the other direction, my foot would slide around in the footbed and probably have to slam against the lateral interior of the shoe for me to come to a stop and accelerate the other way. Whereas, like we said earlier, the LeBron 11 has strategically positioned posit material to capitalize on that containment. So as I'm coming to that stop and trying to head in the other direction, I'm not losing any time by sliding and trying to recover. All the force is contained and transferred, and I'm able to accelerate with no problems.
Definitely a good point, but let me touch on one of my favorite features of the shoe, the cushioning. Compared to the Kobe 8 and the Kobe 8 Elite, you can see this year's model features a full-length lunar line and full-length zoom combination. You guys know how I am about lunar line, and this is most definitely the best combination out right now. I'm not even sure if it's worth going back to just Zoom Air alone or Lunar Line alone unless you like that low to the ground feel like I do, which is why I still rock with my Kobe 8s.
But I will say, you know, that's a great point. But I do feel like whoever designed the shoe, the design team did a great job in finding that balance between plush cushioning and in that court feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you go back to the LeBron 10, plush cushioning, like I said, cushioning just maxed out 10 out of 10. But you were sitting like this high off the ground.
I was like 5'9", and
yeah, so that caused a little problem. Well, for those who liked that court feel, and then if you go back to like a D Rose, minimal setup,
right?
You know, you to the ground all you want, but then you don't have any cushioning, no impact protection, good things like that. So with this shoe, it's like the best of both worlds. I gotta say, it's the best balance between plus cushioning and that court feel to date. And I feel like one of the main things they did to help them find that balance, for one, they trimmed the outsole so it's not as thick, you have that court feel, and two, they have the double elastic midsole, which allows you to sit lower within the shoe and still maintain a certain amount of cushion.
So now we touched on support, fit, containment, and cushioning. So now let's get into the traction. As far as traction, as you can see here, we have what we call the honeycomb traction pattern, which in my opinion was good. I mean, I can't complain. It did what it was supposed to. Outside, after I wiped here and there, I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, if you don't wipe, it's pretty much a wrap for you. And so I say that because we was playing the game. I didn't wipe for a couple plays, and I damn near did the splits. I've never done the splits in my life, and I did the splits in these. So if you don't wipe, you know, expect to slip. But if you do wipe, I mean, that's kind of with every shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So traction is not bad. It's actually good. Clean courts, you're good.
Oh, yeah,
but if you get on, you know, your average recreational ball player courts, you're gonna slide if you don't wipe every play. And just a few minor things I like to touch on. You do have your carbon fiber midfoot, so you don't overflex your foot. You know, give you that extra support. Flywire is intact, and it's not just for looks, ladies and gentlemen. It actually does work. Lacing it up, you know, I feel the Flywire actually giving me that extra secure feel. And on that same note, the thick laces, man, and the mesh tongue, that combo, that's why I feel like the LeBron 11 has one of the best lacing systems to date. It's kind of weird because the more tight they are, the more comfortable they got. Whereas in something like the D Rose 4, like I mentioned, you know, I would lace them up really tight, and it would kind of cause a little pain on my upper ankle. It just wasn't as comfortable.
So as far as the fitting, you guys already know. What size you wear?
11.
What size did you buy?
11. So if you get an 11,
hey, hold on. That ain't how it go. If you wear a 10, get a 10. So overall, man, I guess I'm just repeating myself to say I was really impressed. It's like Nike stole some parts from every shoe. They took the Lunar from the Kobe 8, the foam posit materials from the foam posit.
Talk to him.
And then the whole lockdown system from the Hyperdunk 2013. Like, damn. Bro, I can hoop in these hard. Step off to the crib, take a shower, put the same shoe on when I go to the club and be clean.
And that just goes to show you how versatile the shoe actually is, even on court specifically. You know, if you want, like I said, they found that balance. So if you wanted to play quick, you have enough court feel to where you could do that. And if you make more power moves, you apply more force, they have the cushioning to where you're good.
So that just about wraps it up. The shoe definitely gets the Kick Genius stamp of approval.
And just to clarify, our small little rating system is really simple. Basically, we have trash, gets the job done, Kick Genius stamp of approval.
That's
and this
it.
shoe, it gets the Kick Genius stamp of approval, like he said.
So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the intro as well.
It took a long time.
Yeah, it did. But that's all we got, man. It's Kick Genius. We out.